Hello, my name is Mariam Tikoroxenidou. I'm an architect and museologist, and for the past 7 years I have been working at Tetragon SA. It's a design and construction company that specializes in cultural projects, particularly in the development of museological and museographic studies, as well as the final implementation of museum exhibitions. Today, I will present one of our ongoing projects, the Natural History Museum of Crete, that is located in Heraklion. It's the largest natural history museum in Greece. It's located in a privileged spot right on the coastal front of the city of Heraklion, the biggest city of Crete. The museum was founded in 1980 and it's operated by the University of Crete. It's a university museum, and as a research and educational institution, it's dedicated to studying, preserving and showcasing the natural heritage of Crete, Greece and the Eastern Mediterranean. The museum's main goals are to preserve and enrich collections and archives related to the natural environment, to conduct scientific research on biodiversity, geodiversity and ecosystems, to promote environmental education and public awareness, to support academic research, and to participate in national and international conservation initiatives. The museum holds an extensive geological, paleontological, botanical, zoological collections that highlight the unique biodiversity and geodiversity of Crete and Eastern Mediterranean. Its total exhibition area covers approximately 3,500 square meters. For the past 5 years, a major redevelopment project has been in progress, and the works are carried out in phases. This happens both for funding reasons and also to ensure that the museum remains open to the public during construction, or at least some parts of the museum. The first phase that covers the ground and the first level are already completed, and now we are implementing the second phase, which includes -1 and +2 levels. Both the previous and the current redevelopment phases are implemented by Tetragon in close collaboration with the museum's scientific team. So the project includes the construction of new exhibition spaces, the implementation of exhibition content, and the creation of digital and interactive media that are all developed in line with contemporary museological principles. So we have to underline the collaborative and interdisciplinary nature of such project, because creating a museum brings together a wide range of professionals, biologists, geologists, paleontologists, oceanographers, as well as architects, museologists, graphic and interaction designers. Now I'm speaking about our case. So many of these people will work together for the first time. Collaboration ensures scientific accuracy, aesthetic coherence, and above all, to get a visitor-centered experience as a final result. The exhibition follows the approved museological study of the Natural History Museum that defines its overall objectives and thematic orientation, and Tetragon is now responsible for the implementation of both the museological and the museographic studies. So for us museologists, the key challenge is to translate scientific knowledge into a meaningful visitor experience. Through clear visual structure, concise storytelling and interactive media, complex subjects such as biodiversity, evolution and environmental change can become both accessible and be scientifically accurate. Moving on to the exhibition layout, the exhibition extends across 4 levels. Each one represents a different thematic zone that illustrates the natural environment and biodiversity. Visitors follow this thematic route that links geology, ecosystems and living organisms. You can see more how it's divided in sections. Next step of our work is the implementation of the museographic study that translates the approved design into a tangible exhibition. It includes the fabrication of physical structures, exhibits, graphic and multimedia elements that are all developed with visual coherence and also technical precision. Here on the slide you can see an example of a 3D model for the thematic section about the Birds of Crete, and here it's the final constructed installation. So, each thematic section combines material exhibits and media components to communicate scientific ideas through a multisensory experience. Natural specimens, reconstructed habitats, and graphic panels are complemented by audiovisual and digital installations, creating a balance between the physical and the interpretive dimensions of the space. So here, for example, in the section that is dedicated to desert ecosystems, visitors encounter a diorama of sandy habitats that are combined with layered information about the species that are displayed. You can see here the graphic design, but also near this construction there is a touchscreen that offers further details for the visitors that want to learn more about those species. In the museographic interpretation procedure, the digitized information plays a central role in shaping both form and content. The museum's digital datasets on species, habitats, geological formations inform our design and the design of projections and interactive applications that are integrated into the museum. These elements enrich storytelling and while of course they maintain the exhibition's material authenticity. The University of Crete is a major public university that has strong research activity, and now it plays a coordinating role in the nationwide program for the digitization of Greek natural history collections. This is an initiative that brings together universities and natural history institutions all over Greece in order to digitize millions of records and thousands of 3D models that will all be accessible in a unified online portal that will follow, of course, international standards. So we get profit from this digitization as the museum is taking its final form. And for us, technology becomes a medium of interpretation that transforms scientific research into a shared human experience. Among the digital tools that are used are augmented reality applications, projection mapping, video animations, and interactive touchscreens. All help us visualize the scientific concepts that would otherwise be invisible to the human eye. For example, here you can see an interactive landscape model of Crete. Visitors can use a touchscreen interface in order to navigate the different thematic layers, and their selections are then projected onto a large physical model on the wall across. And data then are visualized through animation and infographics. Another example that is already implemented are some interactive touchscreens that allow visitors to explore digitized specimens such as insects, mammals, and birds. These applications simplify complex scientific databases, offering intuitive access to taxonomic, ecological, and behavioral data with video, with images, and sometimes with sound of these specimens. For instance, here we have the arthropods of Crete. It's a touchscreen that lets visitors browse through categories. Its endemic species then can be projected. You can see it spotted on the island map. Similar interface. Here also you can see a video of this Cretan beetle. And then the same format for the touchscreen about the birds of Crete. This is located near the section that we saw previously on the 3D. And to sum it up, From our ongoing experience with the Natural History Museum of Crete, and also from other projects that we have worked on, we observe that digital transformation can truly strengthen museums when it's used in order to enhance interpretation, accessibility, and visitor engagement. At the Natural History Museum of Crete, design, construction, and technology converge in order to create a museum shaped by science and interpretation. Thank you very much.